Welcome. We're going to be looking into the VueJS framework here. It's a front-end framework, and again, it's based on the JavaScript, and that means it runs in browsers. So we can do multiple things with this for our projects we're going to be running. Throughout this course or this season here, we are going to be looking into. We're going to start out with creating small applications. So just implementing VueJS into our already created HTML, for example. So linking it like we would with jQuery and things like this. And then we're also going to use the Vue CLI later on to create our projects and make a little bit more. We're going to be running different things in this one. We're going to be trying to use some conditionals. We're going to create events, use data, create our own components, create the Vue files and how everything works. And throughout the season, I'm going to be using where did it go? Here we go. I'm going to be using Visual Studio Code for this. And if you're using Visual Studio Code, that's great. For me, I installed a few plugins. So down here with this weird button here, extensions here, I installed these here called VTour, Vue 2 snippets, and this is totally optional if you want to, but at a few times I will be using some snippets like one called VBase, but it's really up to you. You don't have to, this is just optionals. But that's what I'm going to be using throughout this course here to write the code for Vue. Other than that, this is the VueJS homepage, and if you just go here and click Get Started, this page here will show you many different things, and I'm going to use some of this to show you how we can work with this, of course. So like the source here for implementing into an HTML file, how we use the CLI, and as you can see over here, many different things. I'm going to be looking into some of them, not all of them, because there's a lot. And that's really what's going to happen. So what I'm going to do quickly now is I just created a folder here called Vue-YouTube, and in here I'm just going to create a folder called Vue Intro, and I'm just going to create my HTML, my CSS, and a main.js file that we're going to be using. Well, I'm going to call it app.js. So in the next tutorial I will have index. I'll just do it here actually. So open up my here we go, and intro, where you go? So here, intro, open this, and let's just quickly create our files. Let's make this a little bit smaller. So we want a new file, and we want it to be, let's save quickly, Vue intro, we want it to be called index.html. Then we want our CSS and our app, and we're going to be creating these in a folder here. So new folder for the JS, new folder for the CSS, and let's start with the CSS one, .css, there we go, boom. And the last file will be our JavaScript file, so go one back, yep, and then there and there, and let's call this app.js. Whoops, I just misspelled it, let's rename it real quick, rename, there we go. So like this. So once you have this set up, you're ready to join me in the next videos.